Arsenal are stepping up their preparations for the summer transfer window, with just 2 more Premier League games to go. The Gunners host Newcastle on Sunday in a fixture which will have major implications on who qualifies for the 2025-26 Champions League. Although it'd take an unlikely set of results for Mikel Arteta's side to miss out, a win would guarantee Arsenal a place in Europe's elite competition. The added funds and prestige would give the Gunners a better chance of securing their top summer targets. Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi has already been lined up, with a £52 million deal set to be completed in the coming weeks. The Gunners' focused next priority is signing a striker, having opted against a move for a centre-forward in January. But the striker role isn't the only position which Arteta and newly appointed sporting director Andrea Berta are targeting. Arsenal are expected to make signings in defence and would like a winger who can freshen up their attack, and Arteta might know just the man from his Manchester City days. Here's a roundup of the latest transfer news from the Emirates. Bayern Munich sporting director Christoph Freund has revealed that there's currently no agreement in talks with Leroy Sane over a new contract. Sane, 29, has entered the final 2 months of his current deal, and the former City winger has been linked with a move to Arsenal, Freund told Sky Germany after Bayern's 4-0 victory over Hoffenheim on Saturday. There is currently no agreement, that's true. The talks have been ongoing for some time now, but they are good talks. We'll see if there is an agreement in the next few days or weeks. Ademola Lookman is admired by Arsenal, but the Gunners harbour reservations about signing him. Lookman, 27, has enjoyed a fantastic few years at Atalanta, and the Sun report that Arsenal have taken notice. But as things stand, Arsenal chiefs aren't convinced. It's been reported elsewhere that the Nigeria international is valued at £50 million. Napoli are ready to renew their pursuit of Jakub Kiwior, but want Arsenal to lower their £29.5 million asking price. Polish defender Kiwior has become a starter in the absence of Gabriel Magalhaes and played his best football yet for the Gunners. But a report from Italian newspaper Il Mattino via Tutto Mercato Web claims that Napoli are ready to their luck for Kiwior again this summer. The 25-year-old has frequently been linked with a return to Serie A, having been signed from Italian side Spezia for £21 million in January 2023. Eberechi is dreaming of firing Crystal Palace to FA Cup glory. But his dream of becoming a footballer almost didn't become a reality. England international Eze failed to make the cut at clubs such as Arsenal, Fulham, Millwall and Sunderland in his youth, and had become used to the feeling of being released by the time he was 20. Now the midfielder is an established Premier League star with a £67 million release clause in his Palace contract. This Saturday, Eze will step out onto the hallowed Wembley turf for the FA Cup final, strengthened by the rejection which he constantly faced as a teenager. It was Arsenal who he scored against last month, where Eze felt the pain of being released for the first time. He was just 13 when the Gunners brushed him aside, as he revealed during an interview with The Independent in 2020. I remember crying in my room for a solid week, my mum telling me that it's going to be okay, but not being able to get over it. Then I went to Fulham and I was finally starting to enjoy my football again. We played Arsenal a few months later, but when I went over to shake the academy manager's hand, I started welling up. All the feelings came back. Eze's spell with Fulham ended in more disappointment before moving on to Millwall. But at end of a 2-year scholarship in the summer of 2016, Eze was told that he wouldn't be receiving a professional contract. He then had an unsuccessful trial with Sunderland, prompting him consider quitting football and getting a part-time job at Tesco. But in a turning point, Queen's Park Rangers offered him a chance, and Easy grabbed it with both hands, impressing enough to make his debut in January 2017. The 26-year-old has never looked back and is the fulcrum of Palace's attack heading into Saturday's final against Manchester City. But Easy doesn't forget his heartache. I remember the deflation, Easy told BBC Sport this week. But all I kept asking myself was, when's the next trial? When's the next trial? Having won man of the match in Palace's 3-0 semi-final victory over Aston Villa, it's been reported that cup final opponents City are among the clubs interested in Easy, while Arsenal and Tottenham have also been linked. Palace won't part ways easily, though, and the chance to play in the Europa League next season, if the Eagles lift the trophy at Wembley, could convince him to stay.